Welcome to today's Explainer. When we talk about quantum computing and artificial intelligence, it usually brings up images of untouchable, top-secret labs and completely impenetrable code, right? But if we look closely at our source material today, we actually find that the tools of tomorrow are already right here in our hands. We're going to strip away all that intimidating complexity and see exactly how accessible these innovations have really become.
So, tell me, do you ever feel like you're just standing on the outside looking in, totally locked out of next-generation tech? It's a super common feeling, honestly. It can kind of feel like the sheer pace of innovation has just completely outstripped our ability to keep up and participate. Okay, let's dive into this, because the answer to this question might completely change how you view your own potential in the tech landscape.
Well, the reality is entirely different. Next-generation technology is becoming highly purpose-built and, most importantly, accessible. The barrier to entry hasn't just lowered, it is essentially collapsed. We're finally moving out of that era of theoretical, gate-kept science, and we're stepping directly into an era of specialized, accessible action. You really just need to know where the doors are.
All right, Section 1, Quantum Computing for Everyone, Unlocking the Quantum Realm.
We're going to explore how quantum computing is actively paving the future of complex optimization, things like discovering new battery materials or advancing cryptography. And the tool that's really democratizing all of this is Qiskit. So what is it? Qiskit is an open-source framework to learn, build, and run quantum programs. And because it's open source, it's not being hoarded by some massive corporation for a select few. It's a foundational toolkit that's actively being used right now by students learning the ropes, everyday developers, researchers pushing boundaries, and organizations all over the world to get hands-on experience with tomorrow's computing power.
Historically, quantum computing carried this massive intimidation factor. You'd think you needed a deep background in advanced physics just to enter the conversation. But the new reality? It relies on Python. You literally no longer need a PhD in quantum mechanics to participate. Qiskit allows you to use Python, which is, one of the most common approachable programming languages on Earth, to actually write quantum programs. It's wild.
And this builds into a highly functional workflow that you can use today. It's a simple process. Step 1, you designed your quantum circuits directly in your code. Step 2, you simulate that quantum behavior locally, right on your own everyday computer just to test it out. And then, Step 3, you run your experiments on real physical quantum hardware via the cloud. It's an incredibly seamless progression from local testing on your laptop to executing commands on literally some of the most advanced machines ever built.
Moving on to Section 2, Beyond the Basic Chatbot. The rise of the business agent. Shifting gears a bit, custom AI agents are rapidly emerging as one of the single most important competitive advantages for modern businesses. But there is a massive difference in the marketplace right now that we need to clear up. A basic chatbot gives you simple, generic answers. It's conversational, sure, but it's isolated. A business agent, on the other hand, is a completely different tier of technology. It's a purpose-built system designed to securely take actions, integrate seamlessly into your connected workflows, and provide active decision support. It intimately understands your specific data, like instantly cross-referencing your live inventory with incoming customer orders.
Which brings us to the single most critical question any company has got to ask before they start building. What should this agent actually do? It sounds deceptively simple, I know, but it is a profound warning from the research. You absolutely must avoid the temptation to build a do-everything agent too early. Because if you try to make it do everything, it's going to do nothing well. Focus and intention are truly the keys to unlocking real value here.
Section 3, Building the Business Agent. Trust and Architecture.
Since these agents have to be so focused, they need to be deliberately constructed. Whether you're deploying an agent specifically for your sales team, customer service, or high-level executive reporting, the architecture has to be specialized. To be effective, an agent requires a stacked foundation of specific elements. It needs a clear role and objective, secure access to your specific tools, memory and knowledge retrieval, and controlled action capabilities. And all of this sits alongside strong privacy, permissions, and audit logs. And finally, human review before any sensitive decisions are made. So the crucial point here is that trust, transparency, and human control cannot just be an afterthought. They absolutely must be explicitly designed into the agent from day one.
And when you build with that trust and specialization, you unlock an incredible transformation. You go from fragmented data to useful actions. Think about it. A specialized agent takes raw, scattered information, like scanning hundreds of disconnected vendor emails, and it actively creates tasks, summarizes complex risks, detects hidden patterns, and prepares detailed reports. It doesn't just chat with you, it actively helps your teams move faster and execute better. Section 4. The future is specialized. Networks of action.
This brings our two themes together beautifully today: the accessibility of Qiskit and the sharp focus of business agents. What both of these technological leaps have in common is that they prove the future isn't about one untouchable, all-knowing super system trying to do absolutely everything. Let's synthesize this directly from our sources. The future of business AI is not one generic model doing everything. It is a network of specialized agents working as intelligent extensions of the team. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates the entire journey we've taken today. We've gone from complex, gated physics to accessible, open-source Python, and from basic generic chatbots to highly specialized, actionable agents. The future really is a network of intelligent, accessible extensions.
So, I want to conclude today's explainer with a final provocative challenge for you. Will you build the future or just wait for it? The tools are open source. The frameworks are completely accessible. The old barriers to entry have literally been dismantled. Whether that means spinning up a quantum simulation locally or defining the precise role for your very first business agent, it is time to get hands-on. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay curious and keep exploring.